The role of our professional firefighters has changed over the years. Gone are the days where our firefighters are called upon to just fight fires.
There's so many dynamic areas of the fire service. You have swift water rescue, you have EMS, you have firefighting, and at any time you have a loop thrown in. At the drop of a hat, you could be 75 feet in the air rescuing people from a roller coaster. So things change constantly, but that's what I love about this job.
The question is, do you have what it takes?
It's got to be somebody who's willing to do whatever it takes, as long as it takes and as hard as it may be, in order to get the job done without quitting and without backing off. It's got to be somebody who really wants to do the job. It's very difficult to do a job if you're not enjoying doing what it is that you're doing. The last thing is you have to be in the condition to do the job. We have a lot of work that we do where it's a lot of hard work. It's very stressful. Sometimes it can be can require a lot of strength or a lot of endurance. So a good thing that somebody can have is to try and keep themselves in good physical condition, not only to do the job at that time, but also to add longevity to their career so they'll be able to continue to do the job as they age in this profession.
A strong, well-rounded education is a must for this profession. While in high school and college, choose electives that will serve you as a firefighter. Emphasize courses such as chemistry for hazardous material response, and biology and physiology for emergency medical calls. You can also benefit from subjects like auto mechanics and welding.
Well, what I would tell any high schooler right now is to check with your local fire department to see if there's any kind of Explorer program that they have offering through the fire department or maybe even through the school. And if they're 18 years old, they can go take an EMT class. You might as well get your EMT because 80% of all fire calls are EMS calls. Once you're in college, you go to any local community college, find one that offers fire science technology courses, and take as many as you can, get involved. And once you get involved, I would suggest looking into paramedic school or hazmat school. The more education, the better.
The education and training never stops with this profession. It is required for all professional firefighters. Utilized by many fire departments throughout California, the California Firefighter Joint Apprenticeship Committee is a top-notch training program that ensures quality on-the-job training.
The California Firefighter Joint Apprenticeship Program is a program basically designed to help us educate ourselves every month. We're being tested, evaluated on different areas of firefighting, everything from rescue systems to forcible entry, to firefighting skills, to EMS, and we hit on everything and we go in depth for 3 years, and we continue to be continually trained and better ourselves. So it's a great program because it keeps you involved, it keeps you training, and training is the most important part of this job.
If you're not doing, you should be learning. That's my philosophy, and it's too easy for people to lose track of what they do and lose touch of it. If you're not running the truck every day, or say you're in a single company, you kind of lose those truck skills.
Like anything in life, sports, athletics, whatever you do, the way you practice is the way you play, and that's something that I've always lived by when I grew up. Same thing with the fire department and firefighting. The way you practice doing things in an emergency situation, that's how you're going to react.
When a fire department posts a job announcement, they can receive thousands of applications for a single opening. Your job is to make yourself stand out from the rest.
The testing process is very competitive, and when you go to fire departments, you'll talk to people, different people that have tried to get on the fire department, and they'll tell you how hard it is and how competitive it is and how nerve-wracking it is to go through all the interviews and the whole process. And it is true, it's very competitive, it's a tough job to get. But I always kind of went through a personal philosophy of perseverance. You just can't give up. If this is what you want to do, you're going to stand in line and you're going to see all kinds of people and you're going to think, what's this person got, what's that person got? You can't do that. You got to worry about yourself.
The testing process is divided into basically 3 segments. Academics are important, do well on the written test. The higher your score, the more probability you'll be asked to go on to the physical agility. Obviously the physical agility requires a tremendous amount of physical strength and endurance. And then the CHISOR requires a good interpersonal skills, and it also requires that you have a very good grasp of why you want this job and what this job entails.
It's also a good idea to research the city in which you are testing. Find out what types of calls the stations go on, the geographic and demographic makeup of the city. The more prepared you are, the better.
It's so competitive out there that you really have to shine in that interview. And that's the most important thing, that you can take as many classes as you want, and they are important, but that interview is going to get you the job.
Because it's going to happen eventually if you're serious about it. And perseverance is the main thing, because the competition is tough, but if you're tough, I think you're going to overcome it.
And firefighters have to be tough. Extreme heat, blinding conditions, chemical hazards, unstable structures. Firefighters are faced with many life-threatening situations.
It can be a very dangerous job. Personally, in fact today is the 5-year anniversary. I was in a propane explosion and was severely burned, spent 8 days in the burn unit. We do a lot of first aid calls. We have to reach over in weird, awkward, strange positions and get people out of vehicles. You have to be able to chop through roofs, cut down doors, whatever it takes, whatever is needed at the moment.
Certain responses can be physically demanding, and at other times, they can be emotionally challenging.
You have to put aside the emotions of the moment, and then after you're done, that's why you rely on your coworkers like your family, like you do at home, because you're here at the station for 24 hours. These guys are my family today. And when you get back to the station, then if it's that heavy of a situation you need to talk about it, then you talk about it.
These things do bug us though. I mean, it's not something you can just forget about. You do think about them afterwards. But as far as when we're on scene, it's all business.
Ask any firefighter and they'll tell you, life at the station is like having an extended family. Just as it is at home, everyone pitches in.
Everything that we do has teamwork involved in it. From the calls that we go on, if someone's not doing their job, it's going to show up and people can get hurt. But the teamwork aspect goes with everything that we do.
From life at the station, to answering calls, to leaning on each other in time of need, the bond that exists among firefighters is like no other. Because of their hard work and dedication to protecting property and saving lives, firefighters are respected and trusted by the community in which they serve. Our firefighters make a difference.
When that bell goes off, that means that nobody else is able to solve that problem. Anything at all, we're going to solve the problem. And afterwards, realizing that you came into a situation and you were the person that made a difference, that's rewarding. There's no way around that.
I think the most rewarding aspect is having the skills and the knowledge and the abilities to take a horrible situation in someone's life and fix it for them and make it better for them, to improve it to the point where it's survivable, to take one of their loved ones who's injured and package them up, transport them to the hospital, and fix a situation that's perhaps the most devastating of their life. People trust us to do that, and I think that trust is probably the most rewarding thing about my job.
If you'd like more information regarding professional firefighting, you can contact the California Firefighter Joint Apprenticeship Committee at 916-648-1717, or you can email your request to cffjac@cpf.org.